प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति भवानी शंकर माता की जय. Let us all take our seats, please. जय जय सीताराम सबको. नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल, जय गुरुदत्ता, ओम साई राम. Swagatam and welcome this evening to this our fifth session of this Navaratri Yajna. Tonight I'd like to ask everyone to please, if you can, sit upright. While doing so, please silence your cell phones, put it on vibrate. Take a deep breath, we clasp our hands, gently bow our heads and close our eyes and pray. Prem se bolo Gajanan Swami ki jai. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswati Namaha. Shri Guru Charana Kamale Namo Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Let us bow before the feet of the Divine Mother. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanya Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. We go now before Shiva Shankar Bhagavan. Karpur Gauram Karunavataram Samsar Saram Bhujage Braham Sada Vasantam Hridayamide Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. We go before God's strength, Mahavir Swami, Pavanapura Hanumanji. Atulit Baladhamam Hema Shailabadeham Tanujavan Krishanam Jnaninamantraganyam Sakala Gunanidharam Vanaranamadisham Raghupati Priya Bhatam Bhaktajatam Namami. Bhagwan Shri Krishna Mohan Muraliya Ghansham Basri Wala Vasudeva Sutam Devam Hamsachanur Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhidhanamasya dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे। हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम। Goswami Tulsidas writes in the Sri Ramcharitamanas, the very first chapter, shloka number 1, chapter number 1, Balkan, this beautiful prayer called Mangalashtakam. A beautiful prayer glorifying Lord Ganesha, Mother Vani, the goddess of speech, Mother Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, and the sage Valmiki, the original author of Ramayana. We sit upright once again as we chant now from Sri Ramcharitamanas, Mangalashtakam. Varnanam Arthasanghanam Rasanam Chandasampapi Mangalanam Cha Kartarau Vande Vani Vinayakau Bhavani Shankaru Vande Shraddha Vishwasarupina Yabhyam Nidana Pashyanti Siddhaha Swantastam Ishwaram Vande Bodhamaya Vidyam Guru Shankarupina Yamashitohi Vakroti Chandraha Sarvata Vandage Sitaram Punagram Punyaranya Brahmavino Vande Vishuddha Vijnano Kameshwara Katishwara Prem Sarva Bhagwan Ramachandra Ki Jai. Let us now chant 3 recitations of the Maha Mantra, the Sri Gayatri Mantra. Again, you sit upright, you take a deep breath. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Prince Roshi Gayatri Mata Maharani Ki Jai. Now devotees, I ask you, place your hands like this, your palms on top of your thighs, your legs. We sit upright, we close our eyes, take a deep breath. We go into 1 minute of silence. Use this minute to reconnect that virtual ribbon that connected to the Devi last night. The color we used was virtual pink. Jai Shri Lakshmi Mata. 1 minute of silence, please. Hari Om. Once again, Swagatam, welcome to our Pandits, Pandit Ramji, and other Pandits, members of the Shiva Ganesh Mandir, Dadaji Ban Singh, and all of the team members, Swagatam, devotees of God, my fellow musicians, singers, and definitely our virtual audience joining us from all over the world. I'd like to recognize our brothers and sisters in India and Mauritius and Fiji who have joined us this evening, and also all over the Caribbean. Special pranams going out to all the devotees from South Trinidad, I had several requests this morning, so I do want to acknowledge them. Koti Koti Dhanyavad, and thank you for joining us on this, our 5th night of Navaratri. Tonight we go before that darling son of Mother Parvati and Lord Shiva, none other than Bhagwan Shri Ganesha. We say, victory to you, O Lord Ganesha, the remover of all obstacles. As we sing and we chant, remember the secret to infusing that positive energy and raising that Shakti to the next level is clapping and singing to the top of your voices. Prem se bolo Gajanan Swami ki. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. O Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati. that level of Shakti, that level of energy is already here with us this evening. Let us take it to the next level. Now we go to the feet of the Gurus. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, what's the rest? Jai Guru Deva. Lovely. There is no need, the bhajan tells us, to take another name for protection when Sri Ram dwells in our hearts. Some ask for gold, some ask for silver, and some even ask for the impossible. Some distribute gifts of various kinds without any attachments. And like we spoke about last night, some even give charity or dhan. But those who give their hearts to the Lord are the greatest donors. Devotees, some people go to Jamuna, some people go to Kashi, some people go to Prayag to pray. But whoever has an opportunity to serve the feet of their parents is the biggest yatra, the biggest seva, the greatest seva one can ever do. This bhajan tells us tonight. You all know it very well. Please join with me as we sing. Tvameva mata chat pita tvameva tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva tvameva vidya pravinam tvameva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva jinke hriday Shri Ram base aur guna seek their blessing, bring their image into the center of their forehead tonight, and sing for their departed souls. Praise the Lord to you, Maharaj Ji. Puri Mange Kanchan Sihaya Puri Mangala Prabhu Se Maya Ramchandra ki Jai. Tonight, devotees, that bhajan and this katha we dedicate to, on behalf of our Shrota, Kavita and Devika, Ma Molly Sharma, who passed away, who left this earthly planet 2 years ago on this particular date. Pitaji, Daddy, Pandit Devsaran Sharma, 3 years ago. Brother and sister, Pandit Pravin and Sandhya Sharma. They are also deceased. Brother and sister also deceased. We say Ram Nam Satya Hai, Om Satkati. As we leave the subject of Guru now, I'd like to wish Navaratri greetings to my parents, Pandit Sri Tulsi Persad, listening down in Trinidad, and my mother, Miss Grace Persad. Sitaram, I bow to your lotus feet. Devotees, in the Devi Bhagavatam, Lord Shiva asked the Divine Mother, Shakti Devi Ma, "O Devi, you are so accessible to your devotees. Please tell us an easy way to accomplish success in all undertakings in this age of Kali." And the Divine Mother replied, "O Shambhu, I shall reveal a prayer to the Mother which enables anyone to attain success in all undertakings." This mantra, this prayer was given to us by Lord Narayan, Lord Vishnu himself. It has Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati as its deities, and it is recited only for their propitiation. Devotees, with that ribbon we connected, that pink ribbon connected to Mahalakshmi tonight, and the yellow one connected to the Devi Durga Ma a few nights ago. Whatever aspirations you have in your hearts and your minds, whatever you are focused on to achieve in life, place it to the feet of the Devi tonight. Many of us perhaps are medically challenged, or you know of someone who is medically challenged. Take that person's name tonight, through that ribbon, connect it to the Devi, and ask for the blessings of Devi to remove that pain and suffering. Many are seated in or looking at us virtually tonight from a hospice or hospital room, hospital bed in an ICU perhaps. Let us reach out and let us share this positivity that exists in Shiva Ganesh Mandir through this medium of prayer and bhakti and sadhana to all those who are sick and suffering. I ask you to sit up and say chant now. We quote from Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, Shri Durga Saptashloki Mantrasya, 7 shlokas from the Devi Mahatman given to us by Lord Narayan. Prem se Shri Durga Mata ki Jai. Om iti Shri Durga Saptashloki Mantrasya. Om asya Shri Durga Saptashloki Stotra Mahamantrasya Narayanaya Rishihi Anustubha Adini Chandamasi Shri Mahakali Mahalakshmi Mahasarasvatyo Devataha Shri Jagat Amba Priti Ardhapataye Vinyogaha Jnaninam Api Chetamasi Devi Bhagavati Sa Balat Akrasya Mohaya Mahamaya Prayachati Durge Smrata Harishi Bhitim Asisa Janto Savasthai Smrtamatim Ativa Subham Dadasi Darinadutvar Bhayaharini Atavar Anya Sarvopakar Karnaya Sada Architaya. You all know this one. Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvat Sadhige Sharanye Triambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Sharanagati Dinhanta Paritranaya Parayane Sarvasya Adi Hare Devi Narayani Namostute Sarvaswarupe Sarveshe Sarvashakti Samavite Bhevhastrahino Devi Durge Devi Namostute Progana Zishana Pansikusta Rustatu Kamam Sakalam Avishtam Tvavam Ashritanam Navipam Naranam Tvavam Akshitahi Ashretam Prayanti Sarva Bhadha Prashanamam Trailokasya Kileshwari Eva evam tava karyam asmin bari vinashanam iti Shri Saptashloki Durga Stotram Sambhurnam. Prem se bolo Shri Devi Durga Mata ki. On this, the 5th night of Navaratri, our Divine Mother, Devi Bhagavati, is worshipped in the form of Skanda Mata. Skanda Mata, Devi Bhagavatam tells us as we describe her characteristics. Shri Devi Vaja Samarpayami Simha Sangata Nityam Padmasrita Karadamya Subhas Dhatu Sada Devi Skandamata Yasasvini. Prem se bolo Skandamata Maharani ki jai. Eternally, the illustrious Skandamata, she moves about on a lion, and she is always depicted with 4 hands. She holds baby Murugan. Who is Murugan? Who is known as baby Murugan? Who? Kartikeya, that's right. Baby Murugan, the brother of Lord Ganesha. She holds baby Murugan, Kartikeya, Skanda, Murugan, Shanmukha, all the same, in one of her right hands, and she keeps the other hand in the Abhaya Mudra position. What is the Abhaya Mudra? This is the one that blesses us. Abhaya Mudra position. She sits on a lotus flower because Skandamata is also known as Goddess Padmasana. Padmasana means the lotus, the one who sits on the lotus flower. Skanda, who was created as the son of Goddess Parvati and Lord Shiva, was predestined to lead the army of gods and defeat the terrible demon Tarakasura. Skanda Kartikeya represents anger, strength, tactical knowledge, destruction. But this energy is just a child in the Devi's hand or on her lap. She is universal mother, not so? So we all can take that place on her lap. She represents compassion, motherhood, and a heart filled with love. The energy of self-restraint and discipline, and a warrior's strict, rigorous life. A warrior knows how to utilize anger for positive results. In war, if a warrior goes in with a lot of hatred, a lot of anger, let us take ourselves for that matter in real world life. If we are conducting business in home, in school, whatever, and if our mind will become agitated, can you think properly when you're agitated, when you get angry? No. You tune everything else. You only focus on what is angering you, what is creating the anger. In the human body, Skandamata resides in the Vishuddhi chakra, the throat. Skandamata. When this chakra is balanced, we have open communication. We can speak the truth and listen well when it is under emotions or if emotions are suppressed. When we over speak and we over gossip, we reduce the balance and we become underactive or overreactive. So the message in the Katha tonight, Skandamata is telling us, learn to control the Vishuddhi chakra and speak less. Listen more and speak less. Devotees, in a Devi Mahatmya, the goddess is battling the demon king generals who have names like disbelief, anxiety, blindness, violent temper, passion, irresistible temptation, and foul mouth. These are negative tendencies. Remember on Sunday, the first night? These 9 nights of Navaratri should enable us with the blessings of the Devi to get rid of all of these negative tendencies. The goddess became very angry with them, and so the anger is condensed on her forehead in that tejas. Tonight, the devotees, through this condensed anger, manifested the Devi Kali Mata. Can we have the shank and the bell again, Babaji, please? Prem se bolo Shri Jagadambe Kali Mata ki. This form of Mahakali became very enraged on the battlefield, devouring demons. Shumman, all these Rakta Bijana. On completion of killing the generals, Chanda and Munda, she was given the name Chamunda. So when you hear this name Chamunda, it refers directly to Mahakali. This form represents the intensity of rage in the form of the dark goddess. Kala means black or dark. This is why she's called Kali. Her murti, by the way, if you see, the Kali murtis are always black in color. Kali. Anger and rage exists in every single one of us. I just experienced some coming up the road in the traffic. Anger arises when there's a need to protect our boundaries, especially mothers. Have you ever tried taking away a little bacha from a heifer, a cattle, a cow, or even a dog, a pet dog, taking away the baby? To the mothers in the audience, if someone messes with your child, would you sit quiet? Would you sit back? No. So too, the Divine Mother. We are all her children. And when you mess with her children, you suffer the consequences. No need to go to the Baba and say, Baba, look thing wrong. That is karma, devotees. These energies, it is very important for us as human beings to use anger properly. Anger can be good, you know. Anger can be good. If someone is slacking off, or someone is lethargic, or someone is not performing or doing what they're supposed to do, a little bit of anger would help. I can tell you, I'm in business, we do this all the time. You must get angry, but you have to control it. These energies are pacified and will be cleansed from us by invoking the wrath of the goddess. Munda means low, blunt, lack of sharpness, pointless, and it represents pain and confusion in the head. Aim Hrim Klim Chamunda E Viche, one of the mantras of Mahakali. It pacifies these negatives. Say after me. Aim Hrim Klim Chamunda E Viche. This mantra will pacify you. It takes away the anger and it calms you down. O triple goddess, it meaning, remover of the dual fluctuations of the mind, cut away the ignorance. Chanda means angry, wrathful or cruel or violent, and it indicates pain and confusion in the heart. And when confusion is mixed with anger or depression, it takes a more cruel form, ugra it's called. Or we can say it's a more intense energy that is needed to cleanse the heart or emotion. In this regard, one can call Durga as Chamunda or Chandi. We spoke about Chandi 2 nights ago, Chandi Devi. And accordingly, we use the Prasiddha mantra of Chandi. And what is the Prasiddha mantra of Chandi? Om Namas Chandikaye. Let us chant it now. Om Namas Chandikaye. It says Om praises to the fierce goddess who can remove all negatives. So put this mantra into your menu of mantras in your daily prayers, okay? Om Namas Chandikaye Namaha. As a matter of fact, for those of you who are making your offerings of Dhar during Navaratri, that is the first mantra you should. Om Namas Chandikaye. Ma, take away all these negative things from you. You'll see your whole day, if you do it in the morning, your whole day is going to be cool and calm, collective. My dear brothers and sisters, let us now glorify the 9 forms of the Devi with this beautiful Sri Navdurga Raksha Mantra Stotram. I will ask my brother Roy to please lead us, as he always does, in recitation of this beautiful prayer. Prem se bolo Jagadambe Bhavani Shankar Mata ki!
The course is very simple. Om Navdurga Namaha. Om Jagajanani Namaha. Prasana Dharmata.
शक्ति भवानी शंकर माता की जय. Thank you very much, Bhaiya Roy. As always, beautiful soul, beautiful voice. May the blessings of the Bhavani Shankar Ma be always be with you and your family. Dhanyavad. Koti dhanyavad. Let us now turn our attention to our bhajan of this yajna, which we have selected to sing every night. And the purpose of this bhajan being chanted every night is that so you'll keep on being repetitive, so that when you're in your car, when you're at work, when you're cooking, doing whatever, this bhajan resonates in your mind and keeps you in tune with the love of the Divine Mother. It says, victory to you, Jai Narayani, Jai Jai Durge, Jai Ambe Namo Namah. Fill our lives, Ma, with love of spiritual bliss for you. Let my mind be the recipient of the formula for success. Prem se bol Jagadambe Bhavani Shankar Mata ki Jai Narayani, Jai Jai Durge, Jai Jai Ambe Namo Namah. Everybody sing, oh! Jai Narayani, Jai Jai Durge, Jai Ambe! 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 Feel the energy, the Shakti that exists simply by saying Ambe, Ambe. Ma, tonight's Katha is focused on interconnectedness, and it touches various forms of the Devi Bhagavatam. Durga Devi Ma, Tulsi Ma, the sacred plant, the herb which we are also familiar with. Ganga Ma, representative of life-giving water and one that eradicates sins. Let me ask you, how many of you have actually traveled to India and took a bath in Ganga? Pankram? You went? I hope so. I don't have to ask you what an experience, but what an experience. If you ever travel to India and you do not go to Ganga, you forget Taj Mahal and all these places. You're missing out the highlight devotees. Mata Ganga, representative of life-giving water, eradicates sins, and she's very essential for the success of crops. Crops, why? To feed mankind. She's very important in the water cycle and something called photosynthesis, which is plant energy, creating energy with plants. Sita Ma, which we'll touch very soon, also significant part of this Katha. Of course, tonight's focus, of course, is on Mahalakshmi Mata. The Devi Bhagavad Puran regards Tulsi Ma as a manifestation of Lakshmi. This is the connection tonight. This is where we're going tonight. The goddess, as we spoke last night, one of the forms of Dhan, wealth. The goddess of wealth, and she is the principal consort of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu, Satyanarayan Bhagwan. Once upon a time, King Vishabhadra, a devotee of Lord Shiva, he banned the worship of all deities except for his patron god. We spoke of last night. We have folks in this world today who will claim that they are Krishna devotees, Krishna bhaktas. They don't pray to anybody else but Lord Krishna. That's fine. Or Shiva bhaktas. I don't pray to anybody else but Lord Shiva. Or Devi bhakta. Nobody else but Devi. Let us try to help them to understand they are all one and the same. Shantakaram bhujagashayanam padmanabham suresham vishwadharam gaganasadrusham meghavarnam subhangam Lakshmi kantam kamalanainam yoga hridyanagam. What's the rest? Sarvaloka ekanatham. He may be known by all the different forms, but at the end of the day, one. Whether you call him Rama, Krishna, Allah, Buddha, Jehovah, he is still Ekanatham. One God, many different forms. Respect all. Respect all and love all and serve all devotees. This king banned all worship except the Lord Shiva, his patron saint. And an agitated Suryanarayana, he cursed this king that he would be abandoned by Mahalakshmi. Upset, Lord Shiva went after Suryanarayan and he fled now. And when the Devas got into trouble, who did they go by? Who did they go to seek shelter? You all listened in the last few days. Who? Lord Vishnu. Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. The ocean of bliss and peace. They went straight up to Vaikuntha to speak to Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu said, the deities that years had passed on earth, Vrishabhadra and also his son, were all dead, and his grandchildren also, Dharmadhvaja and Kushadhvaja, were now worshipping Lakshmi. After the king passed, the children began to worship Mahalakshmi now to get her blessings. Lakshmi Ma rewarded their efforts by being born as their daughter, Tulsi, literally, much less, to Dharmadhvaja, and Vedvati, her sister, to Kushadhvaja, respectively. So Tulsi was born to Dharmadhvaja and Vedvati to Kushadhvaja. In time, Tulsi gave up all her royal comforts. Why? She wanted to go to Badrinath. Padiji went to Badrinath? Yes. Badrinath. To perform penance. Why? She wanted Lord Vishnu as her husband. Lord Brahma was very pleased with the penance. But he told her, Before you can have Lord Vishnu as your husband, you'll have to marry a demon, an asura called Sankachuda. Before. Sudama, part of the incarnation of Lord Krishna, avatar of Lord Vishnu, was born on earth as this demon called Sankachuda, due to a curse. Sankachuda, who also pleased Lord Brahma with his penance, was granted the Vishnu Kavacha. What is a Kavacha? Kavacha is a protective shield or an armor, and this was Lord Vishnu's. Blessed that as long as his wife chastity was retained, that Vishnu Kavacha was on his body, no one can kill him. Sankachuda and Tulsi were soon married. And Sankachuda was filled with pride. All these asuras, over the last 5 nights, every one of them, they were filled with pride. Why? Power. All because of power. I want to be powerful, so once I have a lot of power, my abhiman goes up. As for the Shiva Purana, to rescue the universe, Lord Shiva challenged Sankachuda to war. And while the war was taking place, Lord Vishnu, he went to Tulsi. In the Shiva Purana, the Rudra Samhita, we quote the 5th Yudhakan, chapter 41, Lord Vishnu assumed the form of Sankachuda. So while Sankachuda was in war, Lord Vishnu took his form of Sankachuda and he approached Tulsi. Tulsi performed the welcoming ritual for the impersonating Lord Vishnu. They had a meal together and they spoke to each other. And they were married, during which Tulsi noticed a deviation in the way of the body language and the way he was speaking. And his facial expressions were a little bit different. So she asked him in anger, "Who are you, imposter? You fake? Who are you? Who are you to intend to deceive me, impersonating my husband?" But as she already spent time with Lord Vishnu, they shared a meal and conversation. He was thinking, he was pretending to be her spouse. And eventually her chastity was broken. Devotees, we sit up right now as we go into Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, as we bring this beautiful katha on Tulsi Mata. Prem Samati Tulsi Mata Maharani ki jai. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Tapastavya Kratam Bhadre Madhyante Bhayate Chiram Tadhate Sankachudascha Chakrasuchitam Tapaha Kritva Tavam Kaminim Sodhi Vijhara Chatakkansata Adhudhanam Datum Uchittam Deva Tapaha Thalanam Idam Shariram Tyagvacha Devam Deha Vidhayacha Rame Rama Maya Sadham Tavam Rama Sardisi Bhava Iyam Tanur Nadir Rupa Gandakiti Cha Vishruta Puda Supunda Niryam Punye Bhavatu Bharate Vasate Te Traiva Bhavatu Punyasthanesu Punyadaha Tulasi Taru Mulesu Punyadeshu Punyadam Adhisthanam Cha Tirtham Sarvesham Cha Hisvati Tateva Sarvam Devanam Mama Drishtanam Ivacha Prem Sarvojagaram De Bhavani Shankar Mata Ki Jai. Devi Bhagavatam was telling us now. In war, Sankachuda was killed and Sudama was freed of his curse. Lord Vishnu now appeared in his true form and he urged Tulsi, "O Tulsi, abandon this earthly body and return to the celestial abode as Lakshmi, my wife." This is the connection of devotees. "O Tulsi, abandon this earthly body and return to my abode by Kuntlok as Lakshmi, my wife." Tulsi's mortal coil remained decayed and became the Gandaki river. We'll speak about that in a minute. While her hair transformed into the sacred Tulsi plant. This is one instance. Devotees, we glorify Tulsi Mata tonight with this beautiful bhajan as we call upon her. As she graces our front yard. I know you guys, because of climate, you can't put a Tulsi plant outside there. In the winter it will certainly dry. But in tropical countries, where I'm from, down in Florida, Tulsi greets my visitors at the front door. And the reason for this is she wards off negativities. If anyone were to approach your home, or if those of you here in Canada, you could keep it inside your house. If anyone with negativities were to approach your home, the minute they pass by that Tulsi plant, it's all gone. She strips them of that negativity. Prem se bolo Tulsi Mata ki. द्वार परे परे तरस गई, द्वार परे परे तरस गई, आज मन कर बरस गई, प्यासी बदली सावन की, मैं तुलसी तेरे आंगन की, मैं तुलसी तेरे आंगन की, कोई नहीं मैं, कोई नहीं मैं, कोई नहीं मैं तेरे आंगन प्रेम से बोल श्री तुलसी माता महारानी की। My dear devotees, let me ask you a question. When you go to get your tulsi leaves from your tree, anybody tell me, what's the first thing you do when you go to the tree? You just go pick the tree, pick the leaves?
No.
No? What do you do, uncle?
It's over. Give a leaf.
Only one leaf?
I forgot what it was.
Make sure uncle gets some Persad. Give him a nice round of applause, man. First you have to bow to the tree. Ma, I'm blessed to be able to take your leaves. And I'll give you some advice. Look to the bottom of the tree by the root, and if any dry ones have fallen there, those are the best ones to get. Never break the branch of a tulsi tree. I repeat, never break the branch of a tulsi tree. Ask first and then gently pluck the leaves from her. In puja, sometimes we'll have tulsi baba till we have tulsi and the baby. And tell the devotees, okay, put chandan on one of the leaves, you put sindoor, saffron, you put the what do you call it, raksha thread and all that. And put some perfume. And the devotee will spray the whole tree perfume. What happens in a day or two? It dies. Yeah. So be careful. Treat tulsi, Ma Tulsi, as symbolism of the divine God or goddess that she is. When Mother Tulsi realized that Lord Vishnu had also tricked her, she told him, she cursed him. She says, your body will become a famous river known as the Gandaki River, virtuous and pure, transparent river in this holy land of India. And incidentally, what symbol of Lord Vishnu comes only from the Gandaki River? Shaligram. That's right. Have you looked at a shaligram before? Have you seen a shaligram? What's inside a shaligram when it's open in half? 2 concentric circles, and they are evenly cut like a laser. How is that possible? What cuts the stone in the middle? Inside the stone, it's not even an open stone. You have to cut it open to see what's inside. What cuts that stone? Somebody said it. There's a worm. Exactly. There's a worm. We'll come to that in a second. Lord Vishnu says, your hair, so Tulsi Ma, the strands of hair will form into the holy trees. And since these trees will be born of you, they will be known as the Tulsi tree. All the residents of the 3 worlds will perform worship with these leaves and flowers of this tree. Thus you, Tulsi, will reign as the best among trees and flowers. This is why all respect for Tulsi Mata. Lord Narayan continued. He said, this sanctifying Tulsi tree will grow in Goluka, in the coast of the Viraj river, on the Ras dance site. This is where the devotees of Bhagavan Shri Krishna will dance in the forests of Vrindavan, in Bhandira, in Champaka, Chandana, and in the groves of Madhavi, Ketaki, Kunda, Malaika, and Malati. You will live in 6 sacred places, and you will always bestow the highest merit. All the holy spots will converge and reside at the root of the Tulsi tree. And thus, spiritual merits will accrue to all. Even demigods and I will wait there to gather the falling Tulsi leaves. This is why the falling ones is so important. Lord Vishnu is telling us this in Devi Bhagavatam. They will wait, he will wait to gather those falling Tulsi leaves. He says, whoever will be moistened or anointed with the water that has been sanctified by the Tulsi leaves will reap the benefits of having taken a bath in the sacred rivers and performed all kinds of sacrifices. This is why when persons are in ICU and they're in their last breath and so forth, we make sure we give them some drops of Tulsi water. Tulsi water to purify, to bring them a little bit closer to Bhagwan. Lord Hari will not be pleased with the gift of 1,000 jars of honey as he will with 1 Tulsi leaf. If one offers Tulsi leaves during the month of Kartik, the month of Kartik is coming up, devotees, listen carefully, especially the ladies, the mothers. Find yourself a Tulsi tree for the month of Kartik, keep it in your home. I know it's cold here. Keep it inside your house. And every day perform Tulsi Puja. When you perform Tulsi Puja, water, like offering we're doing on the baby, water, flowers, rice, chandan, saffron, sindoor, agarbatti, and of course put a little raksha on it, flowers, and perform arti. Arti with a ghee diya. Listen carefully. Arti with a ghee diya, and you will go around the tulsi plant 9 times in a clockwise manner. I'll give you the mantra as well. Anybody can tell me what the benefit of this puja is during the month of Kartik? One of the 9 forms of the Devi we spoke about last night. Dhan. Yes, Dhana Lakshmi. Dhana Lakshmi. I'm not saying you're going to win the lottery. But your house will have barakat. Your house will have barakat. You will feel light, but you will always have food in your house at least. Devotees, the month of Kartik is very, very, very auspicious for Tulsi worship. Please, if you can, get yourself a Tulsi tree. You have enough, I'm giving you ample warning. You have enough runway to prepare for this puja. And do it every single day, every morning. Perform Tulsi Ma Puja. Whoever drinks the Tulsi leaf water daily will be redeemed in this lifetime and receive the benefit of a dip in Ganga. Tulsi in Sanskrit means the incomparable one. There is none other equal to her. She has to be deemed the queen of the herbs. What can we learn from Tulsi? She is inspirational to women in so many ways. There are many legends associated with her, always point to her constant and selfless devotion to God. The key word there is selfless. Be it Krishna, Vishnu, or other names, or any embodiment of God. Her incarnations, she always depended on and yearned for herself and her Lord alone. For her Lord alone, she was selfless. As a plant, she gives and gives and gives. All parts of her can be used for the most effective remedies. She gives her gifts freely, and in sweet silence, she asks for no rewards or praises. Chewing Tulsi leaves, by the way, can ease a toothache. Do you know this? If you have a toothache, little Tulsi leaves. If you have a toothache, stop eating candy, period. But chewing Tulsi leaves, sorry? Yes. Tulsi leaves will ease the toothache. Tulsi leaves also are an antiseptic. It will help you with if you have bad breath. Tulsi leaves. Her fragrance and her spreading her sweetness, it can attract anyone to her immediately. If you have a Tulsi tree in your home, a fresh Tulsi tree, the aroma is there in the house. She purifies. Brothers and sisters, there are many legends or many kathas to reference how Tulsi Ma came in. One of the Vaishnava legends relates Tulsi to the Samudra Mathan which we spoke of last night, the churning of the ocean. And it claims that one of the gifts that came out of the ocean was Tulsi. At the end of the churning of the ocean, Dhanvantari, the god of medicine, rose from the ocean with an amrita, and Lord Vishnu poured that amrita for the gods when the demons tried to steal it. And Lord Vishnu shed happy tears when he did this. And the very first tear that fell to earth sprung the Tulsi tree. That's another katha that we can go into. In keeping with and how we ought to reserve and rever these deities who are present, not only in our scriptures, but they live and breathe with us today. Their essence pervades eternally. For example, what about the giving life of Ma Ganga? Ganga Ma. Over the years, you would have heard stories that Ganga is polluted. Ganga is dirty. Don't go there, don't drink the water, don't do this, don't do that. Well, let me tell you something. I've been to Ganga many times. In Haridwar, in Rishikesh. That water is crystal clear, it's pure. I'm sure some of you have drank the water out of the river. And taking a bath in Ganga, perhaps one of the best things that I've ever done in my life. Taking a bath in that cold. That water is very cold. It's about 42, is about maybe 9 or 10 degrees Celsius. But when you go in there, when you go into that frigid water, the minute you go in, within 2 minutes, Mother Ganga embraces you. You don't want to come out. As cold as that water is, with the love of that divine mother. Prem se bolo Shri Ganga Mata ki. Ganga Mata was given the responsibility of purifying sage Bhagirath's lineage and is still present today, cleansing bad deeds and washing away impurities from all those who would take a bath in her. In all of the religious paths, I mentioned 2, one in Haridwar, one in Rishikesh. There are many more. Varanasi, all over. How are we preserving our waters today? Let's speak about this for a second. How are we preserving our waters today? Whether it's Ma Ganga, or whether it's the rivers, the waterways, the lakes that you have here in Canada, all rivers lead to the ocean. All the rivers here lead to Lake Ontario, right? All forms of devotion, similarly, lead to one source. Sarvaloka Ekanatham. One God. Call him by any name. From whatever part of the world you pray, we go back to one source, one God. Also, it is our responsibility to protect and care for this very earth, Dharti Mata. How important is Dharti Mata? She's another form of mother again. The Dharti Mata. The same Dharti Mata that we place on the deity. In the order of puja, when we perform puja, what puja is performed first? Which deity? Ganesh Baba. Who's next? Gauri, Dharti, Prithvi, same thing. And then Kalsa Puja. This is the order we do puja. Ganesh, Gauri, Kalsa. She's second in line. Tomorrow night when Pandit Ramji will be reading for you, he will cover Saraswati Mata. Or is it tomorrow or Friday? Tomorrow's Friday. Sound like Uncle Bansing, no, right? We love you, Uncle. When he would cover Saraswati Mata, lost my train of thought, sorry. We were speaking about Dharti Mata. Yes, Prithvi Mata, Dharti Mata. Alright, we'll come back to the end, sorry. All rivers lead into this one source, the source of Bhagwan. This is the way of life. And this beauty of what we practice is called Satya Sanatan Vedic Dharma. Satya Sanatan Vedic Dharma. One may argue that, Pandit, well, I'm a Hindu. Yes, you're a Hindu. But how do you identify the Hindu now? It's a whole other discussion. We are Sanatanists. We practice Satya Sanatan Vedic Dharma. They are all there. Several factors again. Several rivers, several branches of this. But they all lead back to the same Bhagwan. When Sita Ma was crossing the holy Ganga with Lord Rama and Lakshman, we take it to Ramayana for a second. And what's the name of the boatman? Guha, right? He was a Keva, the boatman. The waters in the Ganga at the time, they were forming a whirlpool, and the boat was going from this side to that side. And what happens if some people, when you have on an airplane even, when the plane starts to do this and do that, what happens? You get sick, you get motion sickness. So Sita Ma was getting motion sickness. And what did she do? What do you think she did? There was no, what do you call the tablets? Gravol? There's no Gravol and thing in those days. What did she do? She closed her eyes and meditated on Ma Gange. Oh Ma, please, I don't know what is this going on. The water is taking us in a circular direction. Please help us to cross over to the other side. Devotees, let us use this analogy tonight and take this one piece of prasadam or nectar out of this yajna if you do one thing for me, please. Just as Mother Sita, with all that destruction and all the movement taking her away from going from this point A to point B to her goal, she prayed to Mother Ganga, Mother Selfless, to remove this and calm it down. Whatever is obstructing you in life today from achieving your goals, especially the young ones, the children in school and so forth, pray to Mother, the Divine Mother in any form, and ask her to remove those calamities which will allow us to cross over safely and reach our destination. Brothers and sisters, let us transition to the Ramayana for a quick second and look at the beautiful exchange of divine love from Mother Sita. Which form was Mother Sita? Who was her deity incarnated? Come on. Lakshmi Ma. Yes, we are in the period of 3 days of Lakshmi. Sita Ma came in the form of Lakshmi. Lakshmi Ma came in the form of Sita. That was her incarnation. And once she crossed the river and they got onto the other side, Lord Rama constructed a beautiful Shivlingam out of mud on the banks of the Ganga. And there they began to pray. Everything alright, boy? There they began to pray. Lakshman, Lord Rama and Guha in the jungle forest. Let us blend our voices and sing beautiful Rama Chaupai. I'll explain this beautiful exchange with Ma Ganga and Sita Ma. like honey, Ramayana. It brings tears to the eyes. Devotees, Tava Majanu Kari Raghukulanata Puji Parvativa Nayu Mata. The Lord of the Raghus, Lord Rama, after taking a bath in Ganga, after crossing over, they took a bath in Ganga and he made a clay image of Lord Shiva and bowed his head down to Lord Shiva. And with joined palms, Sita Ma began to address Ganga Ma. She says, Ma, I pray today that I will accomplish my desire that I may return with my husband and my younger brother to worship you. O Ma, please protect us and guide us and bring us back safely. In response to Sita Ma's prayers, Mother Ganga spoke. She says, listen, O Vaidehi's daughter, the beloved consort of Sri Ram, the chief of the Raghus. She says, people become masters in heaven's quarters the moment you look at them, and all supernatural powers be upon you with your joined palms. She says, by addressing a humble prayer to Ma, you have done me a favor and you have exalted me. Mother Ganga is thanking Mother Sita for praying to her. Ma, you have given me your blessings. You have put, while the boat was going across, Mother Sita was playing with the water. She put her hands in the water and she was playing with the water like this. What she was doing there, subliminally, she was blessing Mother Ganga. Mother Ganga was blessed by the touch of Mother Sita, just by that. Devotees, she says, you will be blessed and you will return to come back across me with your husband and his brother. In 14 years' time, of course. Devotees, just a reference to the power of the Ganga. We glorify Ma Ganga with this beautiful bhajan, singing her praises. Oh Mother Ganga, where are we going? Oh Mother Ganga, taking us like a stream of devotion to the feet of Bhagwan. Prem se Shri Ganga Mata ki. गंगा आए कहाँ से गंगा जाए कहाँ रे आए कहाँ से जाए कहाँ रे लहराए पाएंगे जैसे धूप छाए My dear brothers and sisters, in conclusion of these 5 nights of devotion, Navaratri, of course, Navaratri, Nava means 9, Ratri are the nights. And darkness is associated with night. Not darkness as we take the lights off. Darkness as the 9 negativities which we covered pretty well over the past few nights. The darkness of ignorance. Someone recently asked me, says, Baba, I have very little friends. It seems I have more enemies than friends. Why? They actually asked me to look at the patra. Why would someone have more enemies than friends? Because of ignorance. Because they cannot see further than their nose. In other words, all they see when they look in the mirror is themselves. They don't do introspect. They don't, as we sang last night, Siyaramamai Sabajagajani, all these beautiful creations that God has created for us, mankind. The purpose of Navaratri is not to make Lapsi and Sohari and Chahari every night only. It is absolutely important to make Lapsi and Sohari and Chahari with love. But as rituals, the purpose of Navaratri is to enable us, man, to get rid of these 9 types of darkness. We cover them in great detail. And what does these 9 types of darkness do? It holds us back. Like the luggage we spoke about last time when you're making that flight to Guyana or Trinidad, that excess baggage, that's what it is. It holds us back. It makes us lethargic. We're not able to think sometimes. When reference is made to the Devi, the goddess, it signifies the unified form of Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Durga, Tulsi, Ganga, Parmeshwari, Shakti, Gaumata, Dharti Mata, Prithvi Mata. Shakti is that energy that accounts for the phenomenon of nature, Prakriti. And nature is the energy and the controller and the energy of the Lord. That is Shakti. Nature is made up of 3 qualities. Sattva, purity, Rajas, passion, poison, and Tamas, darkness, ignorance. Saraswati represents Sattva Guna. Lakshmi represents Rajoguna. And Parvati represents Tamoguna. And as nature is made up of these 3 qualities of gunas, Sattvas, Rajas and Tamas, man has been offering worship to Durga, Lakshmi and Saraswati to get control of that aspect of nature. These are not only goddesses, but they are defined symbols of these 3 qualities. God, man and nature. And to acquire the grace of the Lord, man has to worship the outset to Prakriti. On the one hand, we need a human effort. And on the other hand, we have to acquire the grace of the divine. Prakriti and Paramatma, the omni-self, are like the negative and positive poles in electricity. However powerful the Lord may be as a positive pole, there can be no creation without that Prakriti representing the negative pole. Just like in these bulbs, you cannot only have positive, AC, DC, you must have positive and negative. We have an electrician in the house, right? Running. In the performance of all forms of worship, there should be steadiness in mind and body. And only when that concentration is achieved, then we're able to reach out and to connect that umbilical cord that we have with the ribbon and to receive that Shakti, the energy from Ma. Today, we are unable to maintain steadiness of body, mind and soul. I did it last night, I'll do it again. If I say the word Laddu, where did your mind just go? See how quickly we get distracted. What is it? Danesh said Ganesh. That's true. Yeah, it goes to Ganesha. But we speak of food. We think of food immediately. But we are focused on Shakti. Devotees, adoration of nature. The basic significance of Navaratri is the adoration of nature. The Devi refers to Bhu Devi, Mother Earth. And all the vital requirements of man can be found in earth. This is why we perform Dharti Mata Puja. Gauri Mata Pujan. The gobar, the leaves, the flowers, the rice, the grains, the ghee, everything comes from her. When you and I were to discard this body and the soul leaves, we either get buried or cremated. Guess where the ashes or the body goes to? Not to Dharti Mata. It goes back. As the Christians say, from dust to dust, ashes to ashes. Yeah. All the vital requirements of man can be found right here on earth. And those who travel to the moon, they have to carry with them oxygen. They have to carry with them water. They have to carry food from the earth because it doesn't exist there. It's barren. The progress of modern technology, by polluting the atmosphere with things like carbon dioxide and threatening life on earth. This smoke or this carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, it has already created a hole, as you're well aware, in the atmosphere, in the ozone layer. And that protected us from the radiation of the sun. All nations in this world now are worried about this. All that needs to be done to avoid this danger is to reduce the pollution of the atmosphere caused by automobiles and so forth. This is why we are all in this protective state now of the atmosphere. How do we rever nature? Navaratri is an occasion for revering nature and considering how natural resources can be used properly in the best interest of man. Natural resources, let's take the dhar for example. We spoke about this on Sunday night. What are the ingredients in the dhar? Water. You all not offering dhar? What again? Yes? Ah boy, I think we're in trouble. Water, doob, rice, saffron, sindoor. What again? Coconut water if you want, sure. Neem leaves, clove, camphor. Coin and supari extras, you can always offer that as well. Each one of these have symbolisms and they tie right back in to revering nature, to offering to the Devi. When you smell that dhar, how does it smell? Refreshing, not so? You will never see flies on your dhar. Why? I'll let you ponder that one. Next Navaratri will answer that question. Devotees, resources like water, air, the answer to the question is because it's pure. It's pure. That's why the flies don't mess with it. It's pure. Economy should be valued at every instance. Here in Canada, you're surrounded by lakes. You have a lot of water. But in Trinidad, I'm just using this as an example. I'm not a politician. But I grew up in Trinidad, and while my friends were studying for exams, I used to have to go to full water in plastic containers with my father every night in a place called Brampton, because it was the lowest part of the area. Yet, some 40, 45 years now, we still don't have water in the pipes in Trinidad. Maybe in other countries it's the same, I don't know. But water is a scarcity. When you have water in your taps, again we are speaking Katha, but let's be realistic as well. When you open your taps here in Canada to brush your teeth and so forth, don't let the taps run. Think about the people who don't have water and save it, conserve it. One day to come, devotees, these things also will be depleted. So let's be protective. You know, the inner significance of this observance of Navaratri, right here in Toronto. How many temples do you have in Toronto now? 10? No, man. You only have 10 on Mississauga Road alone. Right? Plenty. 50, 60, 70 maybe. All over. This is a big area. In every single temple tonight, I can assure you, Devi Katha is being chanted. Bhajans are being sung. Beautiful music is being played. Do you know what kind of vibration that is creating in the heavens? Our Bhagwans, they can't sleep. They can't rest because there's so much love, the outpouring of love and energy, and all in the name of Jagadambe Bhavani Shankar Mata. This Nagar Sankirtan, Nagar is the assembly, Sankirtan is chanting of bhajans. When you have an opportunity to chant, don't just sit there and be like, I don't know this bhajan boy. You can just say Ram, Krishna, Bhagwan, Devi, Shiva. Let's chant something. Nagar Sankirtan, the blessings are phenomenal. The power of the divine name and the form is all pervading. In this world today, electromagnetic waves in the atmosphere allow us to use our cell phones. A few years ago, we couldn't broadcast live programs on cell phones. Look at the technology today. All over the world, we have devotees in India, Mauritius, these places looking at us by electromagnetic waves. What is needed to power, to tune the spirit that exists in us, just as appropriate tuning, so we could pick up the vibrations from the murtis, or the vibrations from God. Just as a receiver in the cell phone, we also have those receivers for a spiritual purpose. And all we have to do, you know what is the secret formula to turn on the switch of that receiver? Anybody can tell me? What's the formula?
Love.
Huh?
Love.
Love, yes. But what else? It's a mystical word. Om. Thank you. Om. That's it. From the time you recite that Om, and not just Om, Om is A-Uma. Om. Let it come from the Muladhara chakra. Om. The body begins to vibrate. You're ready now to receive. The energy starts to flow. That Shakti is now being awakened. Devotees, regard your hearts as a radio receiver. Regard your hearts as a radio receiver. And when you connect and you lock in that signal of Bhagwan, don't ever disconnect it. Do not ever disconnect it. Recharge that signal every morning. Recharge your signal every morning and keep that signal connected. So that when your expiration date comes and it's time to leave this mortal plane, you have already connected to Bhagwan. That path is there to go back home to Vaikuntha. Brothers and sisters, this calls for firm and unwavering concentration. Do not just wait for Diwali to perform puja or to light a diya. I repeat, do not just wait for Diwali to perform puja or light a diya. This is something that should be done on a daily basis. Make it part of your daily routine. The mere removal of hate from the heart, it wouldn't assure Ananda means peace. Love, as Uncle said, love needs to be cultivated. That is to say, uproot hate and plant love in your hearts. Remove the hate and plant love. And the absence of hate ensures bhakti. Then have no dislikes. But for this reason, we must ascribe to bhakti. The bhakta must first be free from hate and full of love. And it starts with the leaders, spiritual leaders especially. We must be full of love and free from hate. And we should be the last ones to judge, because we are teaching, we are sharing this with you. Brothers and sisters, hate breeds fear. Like I told you last night, in some places I go, someone like about my neck hurting. I don't like, I don't like Ganesh, so I can't watch. I only watch on this side, neck hurting. Hate brings fear. You become less. You lack confidence when you start hating people or hating things. It drains your mind of peace. You may have light without oil, fire without smoke, breeze without a fan, a coolness in the air in your room without an air conditioner or even the fall period. But unless you are at peace with yourself and with those around you, your pulse will be quick and your blood pressure will continue to rage and rise. Love alone can alleviate the anxiety and the fear from all. The words of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Tonight, let us glorify Mahalakshmi with this beautiful bhajan. It says, all hail to Lakshmi. Mother Lakshmi, loving and caring, listen to me, Oma. Listen to my cries. You are the eternal mother of prosperity. Jai Jai Lakshmi Mata, Hey Mata, Hey Mata. Jai Jai Lakshmi Mata, Hey Mata, Hey The great saint Paramahansa Yogananda Ji, his prayer, O Mother Divine, teach me to love others and serve others. Teach me to be true to my word, even as I want others to be true to me. Teach me to love others as I wish them to love me. And teach me, O Mother, to make others happy and to make others smile. Teach me, O Mother, to find my happiness and the joy of others. Paramahansa Yogananda Ji. Tonight, devotees, that's a good beat. That's a heartbeat of Ma. That sounds like a drum machine, might be a keyboard, no? I thought that only happens at Guyana Power and Light or TNTech in Trinidad, but I guess Ontario Hydro is the same thing. Alright, that's fine. We're almost to the end of Katharing Days. My dear brothers and sisters, as we bring this beautiful session of devotion to a close, it's always sad, when you are coming to the end of Yagya. Yagya is not finished, by the way. Yagya goes until Monday. Pandit Ramji, my dear brother, will be taking over from tomorrow night to carry on with the remaining 4 nights of devotion. But let me first of all say what a wonderful experience and what a blessing indeed it has been to be with you over the past 5 nights. This Yagya obviously was arranged at the very last minute, and I want to recognize my Didi Radha Ji. Is she in the audience with us tonight? Radha Didi? Give her a lovely round of applause to Radha and Dani. Very instrumental in arranging with Dadaji, Uncle Bansing, to make this happen. And to all the Pandits, Pandit Ramji, and I think the other Pandits are not here tonight, huh? Oh, okay. All the other Pandits and the assistants, give Pandit Ram a lovely round of applause. Hardworking individual, always saying this. And of course, our Shrotas tonight, Didi, my condolences to you and your family. And we say Ram Nam Satya Hai to all the deceased. My brother Dhanesh, who I have known for many years, wonderful individual. The first time I met Dhanesh, I came up to Toronto. I was actually traveling to Montreal for a program with Pandit Munilal, and I were doing a program in Montreal. And the organizer says, this guy is going to come pick you up and he'll take you to Montreal. And Dhanesh picked me up at the hotel I was staying, and we drove to Montreal. We had a really good time. But nevertheless, he's been an ardent supporter and a wonderful human being and a very talented musician, one of the very best drummers I've heard in Toronto. Give Dhanesh a lovely round of applause, please. Bhaiya Royji, from the very first day that I came to Shiva Ganesh Mandir, your humility, your open arms, and your understanding and your love for Dharma has always impressed me, and certainly your beautiful voice. I want to say thank you. May God bless you and your family. Give him a lovely round of applause, please. Way in the corner there, some of you may not be able to see him, is our keyboardist and a very good singer, Mr. Anthony Persad. Very, very dedicated, hard-working individual. He supports all organizations here in Toronto. Give Anthony a lovely round of applause, please. Didi Pam, Uncle Jay, all of you for coming night after night and singing. We say thank you so much, God's blessings. So all those who have helped to prepare food, meals and so forth for this Yagya, I thank you, and continue to do so to support Shiva Ganesh Mandir. Tonight, as I bring this session to a close, of course I will be in Toronto for a few more days, but at a different location. I want to say, continue to support your Dharma, continue to practice your Dharma, and continue to love all and serve all. The only message you take away from this whole Yagya is about love, loving all and serving all equally. And let us stop this judging, let us stop fault finding, let us stop the 9 negativities that exist, that Mother is telling us, stop it, put it away, burn it, destroy it. On that coconut that you will burn on Monday for Dussehra, let it burn away all the impurities. And devotees, whenever you have an opportunity to serve, whenever you have an opportunity to uplift, whenever you have an opportunity to instill some positivity into a brother, a sister, a child, or community, please do so and do it wholeheartedly. There was a lot of feedback last night on the Samudra Mathan Katha, the Katha that we spoke about the churning of the ocean. Several brothers came up and said, Pandit, you must read that Katha more often. Why? We spoke about unity. And when you unite, or you can move mountains, literally, they move the mountains by uniting. And who united? The Asuras on one side and the Danavas on the other side. The Devas and the Danavas, sorry. Good and bad. When good and bad even united, they were able to move Mount Mandara. So with that, devotees, I say to you, may the blessings of Shakti Devi Ma be upon one and all. If there were anything said or shared during the past 5 nights that you're questioning or you are not comfortable with, please reach out to me. I'm very easily accessible. But on the other hand, if you have learned something new, please put it into practice. Put it into practice and share it with others. This knowledge, this virtue, this love, this bhakti that we all practice is something that is priceless. And when we have an opportunity to share it with the masses, we must do so and do it selflessly. Before we sing the final bhajan tonight, let me also thank the virtual audience. We have, since the pandemic, you would have, some of you would be familiar with a program called Shiva, which I started during the pandemic. It was bi-weekly, every Tuesday and every Saturday. And it built an audience because we couldn't go to temple. So I started doing virtual broadcasts. And it created a virtual mandir, so to speak, called Shiva, with the blessings of Lord Shiva. And able to share in this spirituality with people, devotees like yourselves from all over the world. So to all of you online from all over the world tonight, from the devotees at Shiva Ganesh Mandir, we say to you, Jai Jai Sitaram, Jai Devi Mata, with the blessings of Navaratri be upon one and all. As we sing this final bhajan tonight, let us say, I have enjoyed this yajna tremendously. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Koti, koti, dhanyavad. And until we meet again, hopefully very soon, I leave you with these words. I love you. Jai Jai Sitaram. Jai Mata Di. Let us. This bhajan is being sung in Garba style. You know what Garba is? Garba. Please, we have plenty of room to dance in the front, so feel free. Okay? We're celebrating Ma. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita Namastasye Jai Bhavani Ma, Ambe Bhavani Ma, 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 Jai Bhavani Ma, Sai Bhavani Ma, Jai Bhavani Ma, Sai Bhavani Ma, Jai Bhavani Ma, Ambe Bhavani Ma. Yay. I'd also like to recognize the presence of Pandit Dev Ramda in the audience tonight. Panditji, namaskar. Panditji, give him a nice round of applause, please. This family is very dedicated to the propagation of our culture or dharma by teaching music, and they also have a music store, so please support Panditji. And incidentally, if you haven't heard yet, Radhaji has her own puja store, Radha's puja store, so please support her as well. In Mississauga, I understand Danny does the home deliveries, so please support Radhaji. Before I go to invite Uncle Bansing, Seva for Life is hosting an event on November 18th, an evening of Satsangh right here at Shiva Ganesh Mandir from 6 to 8:30 p.m. November 18th, 6 to 8:30 p.m. right here at Shiva Ganesh Mandir, Seva for Life. So please join with them. And devotees, let us give a lovely round of applause to Dadaji, Uncle Bansing Ji, who will address us now. Thank you so much. God bless you. Jai Mata Di.
आज शक्ति जगदम्बे माता की
जय।
श्रीमान व्यास give a big round of applause. Beautiful Kirtan group living on behalf of the Shiva Ganesh Foundation, a very warm and happy welcome. And you know what I feel very sad about, Pataji, that we only have 4 days left, 4 sessions left. Monday will be the last session. I'm listening to our Vyasi and they expounded so beautifully on all the scriptures. See the Bhagavad, the Srimad Bhagavad Puran, the Ramayana, and it touches the heart of Ashok, each and every one of you. Pataji, I must thank you so much. You did a wonderful job.
Thank you, Ji.
And you know, I think the next time we talk about coming back here, it will be for 7 nights Ramayana here.
Jai Shri Ram.
Yeah. So give our Kirtan group a big round of applause. And give yourself a big round of applause. As I said, Monday night will be the last session for this. And then, coming up very shortly, it's the first time in Canada. We'll be having a very global, a very popular, I think it's a very learned pundit all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, commencing on Monday the 27th of November to Sunday the 10th of December. And you know something? It's the first time this pundit will be ever be doing a year in Canada. There's no lesser person than Pandit Sunil Sitaharam Maharaj, direct to you from Trinidad and Tobago. And you know, I have many calls from many people that we want to listen to him. And it's the first time he will be reading at the Shiva Ganesh Mandir. As I said, don't forget the date, Monday the 27th of November to Sunday the 10th of December. And I'm quite sure that, I hope that Mandir will have enough place to hold each and every one of you, because it's very popular in Trinidad right now. We'll be looking at him all the time. Actually, I've seen him on television and different programs. He's a wonderful guy. He's something just like Patricia. So, devotees, thank you all again. And don't forget, give our Panditji a round of applause. As Panditji has said, you know, tonight is the last night for our Pandit, because I think he's a busy guy. He's like the Prime Minister. But this year will continue with our very own Pandit Ram, and many of our different Pandits will be here. So thank you all, and Sita Ram. Don't forget, you have a lot of food to eat there. Make sure you take some food and carry it and eat it, and don't just put it down. It's very good food. The people that cook, they say they cook something very nice. So enjoy the food. Thank you, and Sita Ram.
Let's give Uncle Bansing a lovely round of applause. And you know he got the dates right tonight. Yes.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I'm worried because I have so much of things going on.
Yes, Uncle.
I'm planning more next coming up.
Right, no problem. Okay. Let us all please stand for the final arati.
But did you ever forget, let them come and
Yes, they're going to come.
flowers?
Sure.
What's the traditional, what you want to do?
Careful, Uncle.
Shakti, Shakti.
Yeah, those of you who want prasadam, you can come to the right and you can offer your prasadam while the line is for the arati. And we'll do this in an orderly fashion, and I'm sure we'll be able to get everyone to have an opportunity. Once again, thank you so much. God's blessings. Praise the Lord, Jagadambe Bhavani Shankar Mata ki jai. Hari Om Sadhanam Jagati Samyuktam Mahinayojitam Maya Deepam Grahana Devasya Udailukyam Divirama Yahanikani Chapapani Janmaya Karkatani Cha Adikani Vinashyati Pradakshana Pade Pade Om Jai Om O Mom, as your children this evening we come before you, we give praise and thanks for allowing us this golden opportunity to assemble as one family, as one Sangham here at the Shiva Ganesh Mandir. Amongst all these beautiful souls who have come from near and far to worship you, to puja you, to listen to your glories and your scriptures, to sing your praises, Mom, we ask you that your guiding hands will be upon all. Tvameva Mata Jagita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushcha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vijnanam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mahadeva Deva Asatama Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityuma Amritam Gamaya Jai Jai Durga Jai Durga Mahamaya Jagadamba Hey Mata Vishwamohini Devi Jagadamba Jaya Durga Jaya Durga Mahamaya Jagadamba Parmeshwari Jaya Durga Jagadishwari Jaya Amma Jai Jai Durga Jaya Durga Mahamaya Jagadamba Paramam Paveram Bhavam Bhutim Paramam Vijetam Leelam Bhutim Paramatmaishtam Moksha Pradhanam Bhavami Bhutim Idamastrayami Paramam Paviram Bhavami Bhutim Paramam Vijetam Leelami Bhutim Samasta Lokam Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokam Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokam Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Satyeho Devika Panivar Leheho Ajdaneshwar Yadav Mahima Shiva Hare Vijayam Gurudevam Kamalalochana Ramayanihi Araguru Vatarakshaka Gopale Shiva Namo Bhava Shankar Pahima Shiva Hare Vijayam Gurudevam Pratidinam Kushalam Jaya Mangalam Pratidinam Kushalam Jaya Mangalam Pratidinam Kushalam Jaya Mangalam. This blessing devotees was given to me by my Guru, my late Father Pandit Sri Persad. Seek blessings of the divine. Gajananam Saraswati Shiva Chaturbhujam Namami Sharanyanam Namami Te Karota Jobhikanjanam Sadaiva Mangalam Guru Gaya Prayagrani Sharpa Sastani Mathura Hari Purishya Kausile Shikashi Durgarasvabha Karota Jobhikanjanam Sadaiva Mangalam Guru Matsya Kurum Bhavanam Narsingar Parahari Vyasasya Rama Krishna Yogalanki Bodha Vasudha Karota Jobhikanjanam Sadaiva Mangalam Guru O Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garuda Mangalam Mundarikaksha Mangalayatano Hari
प्रिंसिपल व्यास महाराज की जय।
Koti Koti Dhanyavad. Please take your seats. Your Panchamrit, Aarti, Persad and so forth will come to you. And meals have been provided for everyone. It's takeout, so you can please take it to your homes and enjoy. Once again, thank you, Koti Koti Dhanyavad. Join us tomorrow, 7 to 9. Ram will be officiating. And hope to see you again sometime soon. Jai Mataji.
Let it take the art. Take the art. How you do it? How you do it?
No. I asked him to pass by.
Pass it up, pass forward.
took chance about everything, right?
First week of February we are in India. That's it, yes. Jay?
Sorry, one last.